Plants. We see them every day. We eat them with our dinner, we drink them in our coffee, and of course, we plant them. Welcome to the video. Today, I'll be talking about plants, more specifically, the ones in my garden. We'll be going over my top 3, my garden's before and after transformation, and my history with plants. But the main focus will be on the past and present plants I've grown. So without further ado, let's get into the video. We can't talk about my garden now without talking about what it was years ago. Tulips. It was tulips. Back in 2021, I'd been doing yard work for some people and something sparked. After years of not even really looking at my gardens, I thought maybe I could fix it up a little. And bam, there I was, even adding an extra section by the driveway, which I later extended into the carport. But all I had was tulips, which are nice, but it was pretty empty, and plus tulips don't last that long. This is when my neighbor gave me a wheelbarrow packed with perennials, and let me tell you, there were some good ones in that wheelbarrow. I'm talking hostas, irises, ore pine, a tiger lily. I also found a couple wildflowers like this snow and summer plant, and pansies. Now that we're all up to date, let's go over my top 3 plants. Before we get into the top 3, let's start with some honorable mentions. That being snow in summer and irises. Snow in summer because it looks so damn cool even without its flowers, and iris because of its flat leaves and brilliant display. Number 3, poppy. Late in the summer of 2021, I planted red poppy seeds. It sprouted a bunch of little sprouts at first, but the next year is when it really went crazy. Luckily, I was able to find some old pictures posted years ago. Number 2, ore pine. The thing about perennials is they don't always bloom in the first year, so I was surprised to see the ore pine's pink flowers. Even without the flowers, the leaves in their epic display are enough to shoot this plant into second place. Number 1, hosta. Hostas have been my favorite since I got into gardening, and for good reason. These perennials are easy to take care of, easy to transplant, and boast the most magnificent display of foliage. I've had these for years, and I finally received these Queen Elizabeth ones with this great color scheme that I've wanted since I first set eyes on them. Hostas need full to partial sun, and you only need 2 or 3 leaves to transplant them. If you want hostas in the front, plant a few leaves in the front. If I want hostas in the tree stump, that's my business. But they don't just have the leaves. A year after planting them, these lilac flowers on long stems poked up out of nowhere and stayed for quite some time. Unfortunately, I don't have pictures of them. Back in my elementary days, it might have even been for Earth Day, but me and my classmates got to take home a tree sapling. Mine was planted in my backyard and was later ran over by a lawnmower. Around the same time, a rose on a long stem in my backyard suffered the same fate. Going back even farther, I remember my mom having some houseplants, including a vine, that wrapped around the stand it was on, and with the assistance of some thumbtacks, climbed the wall and halfway across the room, on the ceiling. Here is a list of all the plants in my garden. Something else I've been trying are DIY pots, like this tree stump planter mentioned earlier. But honestly, the possibilities are endless. Basketball planter, Irish mug, right boot, left boot, cardboard box, Xbox original planter. Growing up, I really didn't care about or notice plants, whether I was out on the town or over at a buddy's place. Now, I like to stop and check out the different variations of plants I know, and occasionally I'll buy a bulb or 2. But remember, having plants is cool, having bugs is not.